What's up, guys? Today we're going to be playing Seduce Me. So if you did not know, this is a game that Yammy has played before, and so is Gloom games. So I will stick the link in the description so you can go check out theirs. But we are going to load. So going to about actually no, because I haven't done nothing yet. So just click it. I think skip. My name is Monica. Char. Can I not have the charm? We'll have it like that then. And then we got an achievement. Cool. So, find farewell my sweet. Somewhere. So hopefully you can read. If you can't, just pause and read along. This is swearing in it, so I will have a viewer description at the start. I missed. Let's retreat for now. You better run, stupid punks. Get out of our territory. I've said get out. I haven't played this before. Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget. So you won't be able to hear any of the voices like I'm hearing, because if you download the game, link in the description because it's for Steam. If you have Steam, it's a really good game. Add me. So this is me. So rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers, it was so soothing. Even though the droplets hit the glass windows was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring out the window than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Miss Phillips' voice wasn't I can't read that, but what she was saying. And since it was the lesson right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbooks and did my assignments I had to. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it was up to me, I probably would have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would be the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just a mundane of how the days drifted on and on, as if there were no end to it. The one thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, and that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school, and start the second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance, for now I was stuck in this class. Miss Anderson. Miss Phillips raised voice interrupted the train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am? Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard? I'm gonna have to turn my sound down because I can hear her speaking. It's really annoying. Oh, oh, I think I read that about in the textbook last night. This is our 4, by the way. It should be the Black Skulls module formula. Very good, as always, Miss Anderson. Anderson, it followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt, since the surname was a trademark of the internationally famous and Anderson Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Suzu was one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder. Kick-ass girl. From behind me, I heard Naomi. I say Naomi because that's how I say it. Another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words. She means good job. Miss Capini? Oi! Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were? Some guys named Black and Skulls. Bishop Black and Myron Skulls. Very good, Miss Patterson. Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while. Suzu rolls her eyes and slouched in her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up. That's it for today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now. Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks aligned with me, and we turned to the 3 musketeers. Whenever our teacher let the students decide in groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class. So we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other, and then, say, compared to being around any other classmate, it just made sense for us to put our heads together at any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and expected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intensely at the project. Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labour. What else do we need? Susie straightened up to look at the poster. She stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened up as she spoke up. How about the company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that? Of course we did. You always go straight to the logical statistics and stuff that you'll completely skip over the fact that we need a name for our projects. Gah! At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure. What do you think, Monica-chan? It came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decision, even when I didn't want it to be. I like Trinity Corporations. That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company? What do dragons have to do with our project? What? It's totally unpredictable in it. It's hot. But our company sells bubble gum. Who said we can't produce spicy bubble gum? Oh, what do you think, Monica-chan? Yeah, what do you think, Monica-chan? Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't sure myself. I didn't want to choose sides, but if it was up to me, I would say The Trinity Corporation sounds just fine. But fine, be lame. Alright, so now that we've decided on a name, now what? As we in our name game, a giggle scrambled through my thoughts. Oh, sorry about that. Ha 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 ha. Huh? Who was that? Ignore it, it's just Lizette. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, most compromised popular people that are practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the centre of all of it was Lizette White. She sat with a posture that indicated that she was still working, but she also wasn't really ready to casually chat about her day. She had I can't read today, so sorry. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and an awkward, which was readily apparent. When she first talked to someone, it was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the communicator as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was a student that everyone else wanted to be. Lizette was bright, easygoing, and above all, she had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident, ambitious, though sometimes it could rub off a lot on the people, a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I've known her ever since I was young, but it ultimately resulted in rivalry the continued day. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her. She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion. She probably is. She's just too busy a stuck up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing any work. Oh, come on, Suzu. Maybe she's a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be. The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you. What's that supposed to mean? Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail. Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first one out of the classroom, sliding her backpack over her shoulder with an ease as she quickly strolled out the door. Her seat isn't the closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that. I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look. Oh, not you too! She's turning you into a delinquent. Haha, it's a joke, Naomi. Well, it's not really funny. Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what? We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings. Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian was here, was dozing off a bit. I have to admit, I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question, doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian. Okay, so it wasn't too interesting, but you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts. So you admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson. Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom, and never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites would like them, wouldn't ever associate each other. But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Okay, guys, so we're gonna stop here for today. I'll slave. We'll save this, and I will probably record again in about half an hour to get the rest of this done. So I'll see you in half an hour.